How many tattoos have you got?
At this point, one big one. It's just covered. Yeah. It's hard, like, cause I mean, if I was to say, well, I have this tattoo and this tattoo and this, it's just all become one at this point.
What age were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 14.
What's the most personal one and why?
Most personal one, probably this one. It's a spray can I got when I was about 17, and instead of crying on it says Noah, who was a really good friend of mine, who when I was in our freshman year in high school, he got hit by a car and passed away, so that one means a lot to me.
What is your favorite?
My favorite? Probably the heart on my throat. One of my favorites.
Why is that?
I don't know, I just, sometimes when I'm shaving, I'm looking at it and it looks really sexy.
What is?
I like the cool pen too.
Are there any ones you regret?
Not at all. I think each one kind of has a story behind it, and it's funny. I forget about them. I forget which ones I have, and I'll just randomly look and it'll shoot me right back to the time I got it, and why I got it, and what was going on in my head when I got it, the conversation I was having with the artist as I was getting it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cool things that come along with the whole process of getting tattooed, and years down the line, just reminiscing on the whole process.
What's the most painful one?
I thought this one was, until I got my ribs done, and then I was like, and now I have a portrait of Marvin Gaye on my ribs over here, and I'm gonna get a portrait of Red Fox over here, so I'm dreading that day.
And what's the future for tattoos?
At this point, I mean, you got kids that are like 15 and 16 that are just going into tattoo shops like, all right, tattoo me, like head to toe, and like, I mean, I would never get a tattoo on my face. I'm too pretty for that shit, man. Like, I'm way too pretty for that. But yeah, it's to a point now where I call it the just add water effect, where people will just get a whole body, get their whole entire body done within the span of a few weeks. I mean, at the time when I first started getting tattoos, and everything was so taboo, and it was kind of shunned upon, and now it's so accepted socially that people have kind of gone bananas, and they're not thinking about the fact that, like, you have to get a job, you know what I mean? Like, you have to support yourself somehow, and I know everybody wants to be a musician, but I mean, those doors are closing quick, so think about it before you get your face tattooed.